So let's go back to last week. So last week, the title was Everything Has to Go. And this is what I came up with. So after class, I spent a few minutes of noticing the colors, noticing the words, and then I write it down. Today, it's June 12th, and we're still working with Pema Chodron, and the title is When Things Fall Apart. So let's see what Pema has to say today. Things falling apart is a kind of testing and also a kind of healing. We think that the point is to pass the test or to overcome the problem. But the truth is that things don't really get solved. They come together and they fall apart. Then they come together again and fall apart again. It's just like that. The healing comes from letting there be room for all of this to happen. Room for grief, for relief, for misery, and for joy. Okay. So what did I hear? Finding the two opposite concepts that we can work with. So maybe it is falling apart and coming together. She talks about things falling apart and coming together. So maybe those are the two concepts that we work with today. Falling apart and coming together. All right, so find your seat, sitting up tall. Look at your feet, move your toes, move your heels. Feel the connection between the sole of the foot and the ground. So you are right here in the present moment. And then come to stillness. And then bring your awareness to your two sitting bones. Notice those strong bones in the middle of your body. And you can use them to symbolize the two concepts. So one is falling apart and the other one is coming together. So falling apart, coming together. Maybe shift your weight from side to side, falling apart, coming together. And then find neutral again. And then if you want to use your fingers and gently tap at the crown of the head. And then use your fingers to open up the Sushumna. So open up the Sushumna, or the core of you. To make the access to the universe and to the earth easier. Maybe imagine taking a little one of those round brushes and clean your Sushumna. So with your breathing, imagine how you're cleaning the core of you, like a straw in the middle of you, your spiritual spine. All the way from the crown of the head to the root chakra, so somewhere in between your sitting bones. So imagine a straw going from the universe right through you down to the core of Earth. And your breath is cleaning it, keeping it open, flexible, soft, smooth, strong. And then place your hands on your knees and then start to gently wake up your physical spine. And then notice when you're breathing in and when you're breathing out. And then find neutral. Look at your hands, your blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hand, turn them over, straighten the elbows, breathe. Into the nose and out through the mouth. And then reach and reach and reach. And notice how you're using your feet to push into the earth to reach into the universe. And then reach, open up, let the arms go wide, look behind you. If you want to, you can flex or move your hands up and down with your hands. And then release, lift the shoulders a few times. Look at your hands, blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hands the way it feels funny. And then straighten the elbows. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And then reach and reach and reach and reach. Turn, open up the arms, look behind you. If you want to, you can add moving your hands. So flexing the hands and then bring them down. So maybe moving your hands up and down and notice what that does to your body. And then release, lift the shoulders a few times. And then bring the arms into cactus and then gently turn from side to side. So turning or twisting in yoga represents perspective. So and then go back to the two concepts that we are working with. So one is falling apart, coming together. Falling apart, coming together. Falling apart, coming together. And then think about your own life. So if you were to put the things going on in your life in two boxes, so would it be more falling apart or more coming together? So whatever is more of, that's the pattern in what we are swimming in at the moment. And then go the opposite. And then release, lift the shoulders a few times. And then let the come together and falling apart connect. What happens when the falling apart and the come together connect? And then cross the midline. And then stay there. Stay, stay, stay. Open up the arm behind you, look behind you, breathe. And then release. And then the other side. Stay a little bit longer than you want to. And release. Maybe roll the shoulders a few times. And then place your feet wide and stable, wide and stable. So now, once again, bring your awareness back to your sitting bones. One is representing falling apart, and the other one is representing coming together. So falling apart, coming together. And then what is in between? What is in between? So falling apart and coming together are like black and white. But in between black and white, there are nuances and colors and variations. So what is in between coming apart and falling, coming together and falling apart? So exploring all the variations in between black and white. And then come back to neutral. Stay here for a moment, breathe. Maybe notice how you feel right now. Pema talked about let there be room for grief, for relief, for misery and joy. Grief, relief, misery and joy. Okay, now imagine things falling apart. So when things fall apart, what's the color? What's the color? So use your fingers, pick a color, and then draw that image. Draw the image of falling apart. Draw the image of falling apart. And then release that image. Okay, now imagine things coming together. Things coming together. Pick that color and draw that image. Draw that image. And then release. Okay, now jump the feet together. Jump the feet together and land in Tadasana. And look at your toes. Spread your toes wide. Now dip your toes in ink and then write the story. Write the story of things falling apart. Write the story of things falling apart. And then step out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together. Breathe. And then release the hands down, let the head be heavy. Maybe use your elbows to keep your knees wide. Inhale, come back up. And then place the foot on the left knee. Use your fingers to open up the toes. Open up the toes. Gently guide that knee out. Seated pigeon. Notice any tightness. Use your breath to breathe into those tight parts of your body. What story is hiding behind that tightness? And then slide the knees together. Whatever leg is on top, that arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. And then find your way to eagle posture. Now, imagine an eagle where things are falling apart. Things are falling apart. What does the eagle look like? How does it feel? Look at its wings. And then let that eagle fly away. Fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away. And then look at your other toes. Dip the toes in ink. And then write the story about coming together. Coming together. What is coming together in your life right now? Write the story of coming together. And then step out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together. Breathe. And then place your left hand on the floor, the right hand on the right knee. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, look up towards the sky. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Now push in to the base of your index finger. Push into the floor with the base of your index finger and then reach up towards the sky. Okay, the top hand is gonna slide in between the arm and the leg and hold on to that opposite ankle. And then the left hand is gonna walk forward. Look up under your armpit. And then release and come back to elbows to knees. Stay there. Breathe. Big inhale, big exhale. And then place the right hand on the floor, left hand on the left knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, look up towards the sky. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, and then twist a little deeper. Now on the floor, so on the push into the base of the index finger on the floor and reach up with your left hand. So push into the base of your index finger and reach up towards the sky. Breathe. And then the top hand comes down, slides in between the arm and the leg. Hold on to the opposite ankle. Walk the hand forward, look up under your armpit. And then release and come back up to elbows to knees, fingertips together, breathe. And then come up and then place the left foot on the right knee. Use your fingers to open up the toes, open up the toes. Gently guide that left knee out. And then slide the knees together. Whatever leg is on top, that arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. Remind yourself how much you love yourself, how proud you are of yourself. And then find your way to your version of eagle posture. Now, this is an eagle where things are coming together. The things are coming together. So watch the eagle. What does it look like? How does it feel when things come together? And then let that eagle fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away. And then coming back to Tadasana, to the next mountaintop. Okay, let's jump the feet wide and stable stance. Look at your fingers, blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hand, turn them over, straighten the elbows, breathe. Now, imagine your arms as wings on an eagle. So your arms are wings on an eagle, and your fingers are the feathers at the very end of those wings. Now, stretch out those wings. Bring the hands behind you. Elbows are straight. Open up the arms. Open up the arms. Open up the arms. Let's try something new. Maybe try to clasp the hands behind you. And then try to straighten the elbows. Lean forward and bring the arms up. Inhale, come back up. And then spread those wings out wide. And then go out flying. Go out flying. So we warmed up the wings. We made them ready to fly. And here we are out flying. Out flying. Turn the palms up. Exhale, dive deep. Inhale, come up high. Exhale, dive deep. Inhale, come up high. Last time, exhale, dive deep. And then bring the arms behind you, holding on to opposite forearms. Stay there. And then release the right hand, shake it out, bring it up, bend the elbow, and imagine how the fingertips are connecting. Release. Bring that arm back. Hold on to opposite forearms again. Stay there. Release the left hand, shake it out, bring it up and over, and imagine how the fingertips are connecting. Breathe. And then release. Hold on to opposite elbows one more time. Stay there. Breathe into your wings. Notice any bruises, any places that needs healing. And use your breath to bring release and relief to those places. Maybe look for the grief, the relief, the misery, and the joy. And then release and shake it out. Maybe roll the shoulders a few times. Okay, now let's bring the feet a little hip distance apart and a little closer to the chair. We're going to build some strength in the leg. So big inhale, exhale, come up, and then pick a number. I'm going to pick 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Check it out. Big inhale, exhale. Okay, and if you want, you can add more. So I'm adding a jump. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Check it out. Big inhale, exhale, and this time stay up. Okay. Starting with a little wider, arms wide, breath of joy. So 3 inhales, 1 exhale. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale. And then let the arms go. Let the arms go. So releasing the shoulders, let the arms be as long as they can be. And heavy. Arms are heavy. Letting the arms go. And then allowing the knee and the elbow to connect. So the two concepts are falling apart, coming together. Falling apart, coming together. Maybe cross the midline. And then eventually finding position of power. Position of power. Place your hands on your solar plexus. That's the power center of your body. Inhale into your hands. Inhale. Exhale, open up. Inhale. Exhale, open up. Inhale. Exhale, open up, and then stay open. Stay open. Place your hands on your hips again, and then lifting the legs up, building strength in your external hips. So building your external community, your external support. And then lean and lift, lean and lift. Maybe you want to open up the arms here. And notice how you're slowly building your external support. So external support is this group, for instance, coming together here, organizing it. And think about other external supports that you have or that you're building. And then eventually taking skillful action. So giving yourself a kick in the butt, just do it and try to make that action as skillful as possible. Okay, release. Now the two concepts. So we're trying to create balance. So we usually have too much of falling apart or too much of coming together. So pick the one that you have too much of and push it away. So whatever concept you have too much of, imagine it, look at it, give it a shape, a color, and then push that away, push that away, push it away, push it away. And it's going to try to sneak back in because that's what you are used to right now. And you're going to maybe have to kick it away. It's going to keep that away. Keep that away. And then eventually you have created space, and then allow the other, the one you have too little of, to come into your life and creating balance. And then let's celebrate that daily practice with the sun salutation. So every day the sun rises, we get a new chance to practice creating balance. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, down the midline. That was one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, down the midline. Two, last one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, down the midline. And then stay there, holding your own heart in between your hands with self-love and self-compassion. And then release. Okay. So we're gonna, starting in Tadasana, stepping back to Warrior One. Inhale to chair posture, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight, the right heel comes off. Take a big step back, find the earth, create a wide and stable stance. And then when the time is right, come up to Warrior One. Take a moment. Open up your arms, place your arms in their back pockets. Bring your awareness to your heart space. Allow your heart to lead, heart to lead. Moving into Warrior Three. And then slowly the arrow is going to land on top of the next mountain. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra, transfer the weight, take a big step back, create a wide and stable stance, both hips are facing forward. And then when you're ready, coming up, bringing the arms up for warrior one. Warrior one is observing without judgment, taking in the facts, such as, how much falling apart do I have? And how much coming together do I have in my life right now? And how can I create balance? Open up the arms, place them in your back pockets. Bring awareness to your heart space. Lean forward, allow your heart to lead, moving you become the arrow, you become the arrow. So a flying arrow in the air, warrior three. And then landing on the next mountain. Okay, stepping back to warrior two. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra, transfer the weight, right heel comes off, take a big step back. This time, open up the pelvic half, so we're moving up the chakras. One arm in the past, the other one in the future, and you are right here in the present moment. And then maybe ask yourself, do I feel grief, relief, misery, or joy? Grief, relief, misery, and joy. Probably a mix. Flip the hand, reverse the warrior. Come back to warrior two, move into extended side angle. Back to warrior two. Hands on your hips, straighten that front knee, release the hand down to the chair. That left hip is moving back. Push into the base of your big toe. Maybe the gaze goes up toward the sky, maybe the hand follows. Hand comes down, gaze comes down, rebend that front knee. And then place the hands on the chest, stay there for a moment. Breathe. Now transfer the weight, pick up that back foot. Maybe the arm comes off. And then finding your way back to the mountain. Let that steady and stable place in you. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra, transfer the weight, step back to warrior two on the other side. One arm in the past, the other one in the future. How do you feel? Grief, relief, misery, and joy. Grief, relief, misery, and joy. Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. Coming back to warrior two, moving into extended side angle. Back to warrior two one more time, finding yourself here in the present moment. Hands on your hips, straighten the front knee, release the hand down to Trikonasana. That right hip moves back and up, back and up. Look up towards the sky, the hand follows. Gaze, hand comes down, gaze comes down, and then finding your way back to warrior two one more time. Place the hands on the chair. Stay there. Breathe. And then transfer the weight forward. Pick up that back leg. Maybe one arm comes off. Maybe the other arm comes off. Ooh. Or not. You can try it and you can notice that, oh, maybe this is not a good balancing day. And thank goodness the chair is there to support. And then finding your way back to Tadasana, mountain, that stable and steady place in you. Okay. So starting in a steady and stable place, the mountain part of you. Drop a seed. Notice how that seed creates roots wide and deep. Transfer the weight, right here comes off, and then it starts to grow. Maybe it stops. What does it need to continue growing? Maybe you have to add a little water, a little sunshine, a little nutrients, and then it will start growing again. And then it's gonna be tired and you want to go back to sleep. And then we're going to drop a new seed. Watch the roots grow wide and deep. And then it starts to sprout. Maybe it stops for a moment. Maybe it goes back to hiding. Add some water, sunshine, nutrients, and then it's going to start growing again. And it's going to become that full, beautiful plant it was supposed to be. And then it's going to get tired and it wants to go back to sleep. Okay, feet are wide and then your hips, spread the toes, hands on the chair, release the knees close. And then you can stay here or you can sit back on your heels to open up the toes like a version of Virasana. Okay, now think about things falling apart. Pick the color, draw the big circle, give it a dot, poof. And then things coming together, pick a color, draw a big circle, poof. And then mix the colors, creating balance, Placing your hands in your back pockets, bring the elbows towards each other. Bring your awareness to heart space. And then release, untuck the toes, bring the knees wide. Actually, you can keep the knees together and the feet together and come into a closed leg version of child's posture. Inhale, come up. Clap your hands, create that support of 3 points, which are actually 4 points in a kind of triangle, a triangle with 4 points. Tuck the toes, lean into your support. Check if it's working. If it's not working, change it. And then when it's working, then you bring your knees off, move into dolphin, bend the knees, and slowly come back up to standing. Okay. So now, when we've done the physical practice, we're going to listen to Pema again and see what we hear this time. Maybe we hear the same thing, or maybe we hear something different. When things fall apart. Things falling apart is a kind of testing and also a kind of healing. We think that the point is to pass the test or to overcome the problem. But the truth is that things don't really get solved. They come together and they fall apart. Then they come together again and fall apart again. It's just like that. The healing comes from letting there be room for all of this to happen. Room for grief, for relief, for misery, and for joy. Okay, found in your seat, sitting up tall. Bring your awareness to your breathing, and then I'll be quiet for about 7 minutes. Here we go. Move your fingers, move your toes, move your head from side to side. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Bring your hands up to Anjali Mudra, holding your own heart in between your hands with self-love and self-compassion. Thank your inner guide, your past, present, and future teachers, and all the people that are joining you on this journey. Open your eyes, raise your gaze, and thank you so much for practicing together this morning. Namaste. Okay, and now if you want to take your journal. I can see one person, I love it. So it's June 12th, and the title was When Things Fall Apart. And the two concepts that I picked out was, things falling apart, and coming together. So this gives me structure, so this is the structure. This gives me structure, and when I have the structure, it's harder to cheat, to be honest. Do I want to do this every Wednesday? No, but I know it's good for me. And if I have a structure, it's easier to just spend the next 5-10 minutes doing this. And there's no test. I don't get a grade on what I do. I just do it, and some days I can get a lot of awareness or insights, and other days it's like, whatever, not much, and that's okay. But for me to keep on doing this week after week, month after month, year after year, it's helpful. And I might not do this for the rest of my life, but I'll do it as long as it's helpful, and then I'll pick another practice. Because if we do the same thing over and over again, sometimes it gets stale and we no longer get the insights maybe, and then you change and you pick something else.